There's not much that was predictable in 2020, but one thing did come true. 2020, Year of the Dam. The winners of the C.H.R.I.S awards, or C.R.I.S awards, um, goes to the people who believed in that prediction and became Content Hub recommenders, influencers, and speakers. I am not sure if you watched the movie Soul, but the key thing that stood out to me was that your spark is not your meaning of life, but rather that it's the thing that drives you and inspires you. This year, their spark was Content Hub. And each one of these people that I'm mentioning here, were mine. The first person I would like to highlight is Jose. I had the honor of presenting twice with him in 2019 on Content Hub at C.H.R.I.S Symposium. In 2020, he knew so much about Content Hub that he became my go-to person when I ran into issues. And he was always there to support and guide me, even though he was in the UK and I was in North America. And it meant that earlier in his day and much later in his day, he was around for helping me. And so I really appreciate that. So Jose is the first one that I'm mentioning. Matt Knowles is always the person I reach to if Jose is not available, or if there's something that Jose cannot help me with. Um, he knows all the out of the box ways to use Content Hub. Now, by out of the box, I don't mean the way that customers see out of the box. Matt Knowles knows how to do all the unique things customers need to do. Um, he showed this during his live webinar and demo during the second Content Hub Mentoring Guild meeting, when he took short videos of Oscar speeches and uploaded them to Content Hub during the presentation, and during that time had the AI run down it and pull out all the thumbnails of all the headshots of all the people that were in all the clips and added all the proper tagging so that everything came up properly when you did a search for Brad Pitt or Tom Hanks and all of that stuff. So this presentation blew my mind, and Matt Knowles is always the one who knows all of those unique and odd ways that customers want to do things and the way to get it done. That's Matt. Chandra is my local go-to person. He's in North America. He comes from a small town in Maryland. At the start, I was mentoring him on Content Hub, but very quickly he was digging so deep into all of the deep configurations and all of that and scripting and all of that type of things that he very quickly became my mentor. I've learned a lot from Content Hub from him, as well as the community has. Um, he has jumped on many ad hoc chats with people to help solve problems, just from the community and through Slack and all of that. So I'm very appreciative of all the stuff that Chandra's been doing with the Content Hub Mentoring Guild community and with Content Hub in general. Thanks, Chandra. The next one is Rowan. As far as some may see, the first few have been all EPAMers. Well, this changes with this one. In July, I started a new vision of mentoring in the community, doing free Content Hub 101 sessions. Rowan reached out to me regarding presenting at Sagpoon on that in August. And after that, every time I turned around, there was somebody else mentioning that Rowan had said to join the guild or to talk to me about questions about Content Hub. He's been very vital in spreading the word on Content Hub and the guild in 2020, and I'm very grateful for him for spreading that word and inviting all of those people to the group. That's why we have the numbers that we do, is because of people like Rowan inviting people out. So thank you. Good work. The next one is Bara. Actually, it's more Bara and the whole team at Tech Guilds. But you know, back in July, when I first started talking about doing the Content Hub 101 sessions, Bara reached out to me and said that he was new to public speaking, but he was so passionate about the topic of Content Hub that he wanted to help anywhere that he could with the sessions. In August, we did a large amount of free Content Hub 101 sessions, both with user groups and with smaller groups of people from one or two different companies that wanted to hear more about it. Bara was vital in the success of those sessions, working on the slide decks and presenting 90% of the sessions um, himself. Thanks, Bara, for all the hard work that you've done, and for everyone else at Tech Guilds who's helped out with editing slides and allowing us to practice in front of you so that we know what we're saying and all of that stuff. So thanks a lot to that. Bara, you are such an inspiration and helped me a lot with making sure that went forward and promoting the guild. And I know that you'll be very successful with your content as a service mentoring guild, which you started up in December. So I'm very excited about hearing more about that as well as time goes on. The next two I would like to point out is Caitlin and Jaina. Um, I call these two the dynamic duo. Together, they did countless sessions with clients on Content Hub, each one tailored to the specific use cases of Content Hub for those particular clients. Um, they were always there to answer any questions that I sent customers their way to answer, um, as well. I've as well as on their own. Like I've heard a lot from the community of people that say, yeah, when I needed answers, Caitlin and Gina were there. Um, so I'm really find that's pretty awesome in your work recommending that stuff. In December, Caitlin ended the year with an amazing lightning session at the Atlanta Sitecore user group on Content Hub. I look forward to many of both of their sessions going forward at different user groups and their continued work on all of these client-specific sessions and all the blog articles and that kind of stuff that they're working on that'll be out soon as well. RDA is doing a lot of amazing work in that area, they're leading up a lot of the work in the front end, but there's a lot of other people that are doing a lot with it as well. And I just want to thank everybody at RDA for being there and working through all that stuff, and being such an influencer in the community for Content Hub. Thanks a lot. The next one is actually a legend in the community. Actually, has been a support for me for many years. Ever since I first met him, he's been pushing me forward and mentoring me on community stuff. Um, this year, he's been a great support for me on Content Hub, whether it was learning PCM together, attempting to install CMP on the latest version of Sitecore, or jumping on a Zoom call to troubleshoot something that some customers ask me and I can't figure out myself. Thanks, Akshay, for your constant support, and thanks to everybody else at Conabos for your knowledge in Content Hub and pushing all of your videos and all of that content out to the community. You've been great in this area, and look forward to more of that going forward. To wrap this up, I would just like to say these are, a few of many in the community that have been doing, lots of work with Content Hub and pushing it out this year. I just highlighted a few of them that had a big impact on me this year. I would really like if there's any of them that have had a huge impact on you, that you would mention those names in the comments and why, and highlight them, because it's very important that we showcase a lot of these people that are doing all of this work, pushing out Content Hub, and recommending it and implementing it and speaking about it, and mentoring anybody that has questions on it. So that's much appreciated. Thanks to everybody.